Hi, everybody. We're here with Tom Fordyce for another I Heart Huntsville interview. Tom has been really busy, and his folks are busy getting ready for the 11th Wounded Warrior Banquet. Actually, now it's called the Walker County Warriors Banquet.
That's correct.
And it's coming up on Thursday night out at the Walker County Fairgrounds. Tom, tell us about the Warriors Banquet and what you all are doing and how it all got started.
Well, we started back in 2010 was our first banquet, and we felt like if we could get a couple hundred people to show up and raise a couple $1,000, we'd be extremely pleased. Well, our first banquet was, I believe, January the 14th of 2010, and we had 650 people show up, and we raised $50,000. That was it just was amazing that we did that. And then from then on, we've had a sellout crowd of over 1,000, and every year. And so we sold out again last week.
Right.
And you hope everybody will show up, but depending on the weather, there's a lot of folks here that in Walker County that look forward to this event. And Walker County, the residents here have always been very supportive of our veterans and what we can do to help them, and they just step up to the plate.
Right. And why did you get this started, and why have you kept it going? It must be something in your heart, and as an ex-Marine. And
well, let me correct you there just a minute, Tom. We're former Marine.
Former Marine.
We don't have an ex-Marine.
Sorry about that, Tom.
Yeah, and so anyway, in 2003, I guess it was when the war started kicking off. Well, there was a group of folks that decided they needed to build a facility at Fort Sam Houston. This was a private organization, and they wanted to do a building for burn victims and amputees. And anyway, the group got started and asked the Army if they could raise the funds to build a facility. Would the Army allow them to build it at Fort Sam? Absolutely. Well, a few years later, and $55 million raised, the Center for the Intrepid was formed. And so I went over there in 2009 just to get a tour of the facility. And I noticed that this prosthetic arm was laying up on the shelf. And I said, my gosh, that thing looks awful real. It looked like a cadaver, And I said, can y'all make me one? Well, they made me two of them, and also they made me two myoelectric hands, which the fingers move.
Right.
And in 2004, when the myoelectric hand, I guess, came out, I went to the VA, and they declined me and said I was too old for that. Well, the Center for the Intrepid said, no, you're not. So we built, and I still use it to this day.
Right.
And they had a place called the Warrior Family Support Center, and it was a facility that was a 501c3 that helped veterans and their families while the active duty man or woman was stationed getting healed. And so me and Judge Duncan, who is deceased now, and Jimmy Wood were on our way back home, and Jimmy, I believe, was the one that brought it up, said, there ought to be a way for us to help support that. And so while the war was going on, we decided to do that, and that's what we did. And now that the war is over with, very few people go, it's all for active duty, and very few people are getting wounded and burned like they did back in the highlight of the war.
Right.
And so now we're helping veterans after they've been discharged and they need continued help, and so that's where we're stepping up to the plate.
Right. And they do need help. They have lots of them PTSD, and they're dealing with trying to just get back to living. And so
unlike the Vietnam War that I was with, and again, like I say, I just lost one arm. These men and women are coming back with multiple amputations, and so I know how difficult it must be to motivate and get started every day with double amputees or triple amputees, or being burned as well as double and triple amputees. So we're helping facilitate that, and all the money that is raised goes to the veteran, and we don't take any administrative fees. My family takes care of all the expenses at the fairgrounds at the event Thursday night. So every penny that people donate goes to the veteran, and so we're doing our best to help with traumatic brain injury and also post-traumatic stress.
Yeah, that's super. Tell us about your guest speaker on Thursday night.
Former Commandant General Conway. I can't believe the Commandant of the Marine Corps is coming to Walker County, but and also the Sergeant Major of the Marine Corps is coming. And what we just found out Sunday is former Marine Dakota Meyer. And Dakota Meyer was the Medal of Honor recipient in Afghanistan. And if you read his bio, it's pretty amazing that he was able to retrieve all his men back safely and not himself get wounded or killed. But he'll be here, and he will, not sure if he's flying his helicopter or someone flying his helicopter, but he'll be here Thursday night as well. So,
all right.
And then Sergeant Major Kent will be here as well. So we hope to have a great evening.
Right. And you feed everybody, and there's auction and all that good stuff.
We feed everybody. It's going to be a ribeye steak. It's not going to be choice. It's going to be prime ribeyes. And Toby Hicks from Livingston is going to cook for us again this year. And we didn't have any complaints last year, so hopefully your steak will be tender as it was last year.
Right.
Cut that off. I should have.
And I think you said that tickets are sold out. Do you have any that you might hold aside?
We sold out, but we still have. I mean, we're not going to turn anybody away.
Right.
And one of the things that I wanted to continue on, we started our ticket sales 11 years ago at $50 a piece, and we're still at $50 a piece.
$50, yeah.
And we feel that's good because we don't want to exclude anybody, because everybody wants to participate, because everybody in Walker County has someone or knows someone that's in the military, that's struggling with PTS or traumatic brain injury, and we want them to be part of this organization too.
Right.
And if you come Thursday night, you'll see 1,000 people will show up.
Right.
Weather permitting,
Yes, sir.
But we have a great event, and again, I can't thank the folks of Walker County for what they've done for our veterans. They've really stepped up to the plate.
Well, it's an awesome event. I would urge all of you all who have not been before to come on out. It's really powerful, and you're supporting a super duper cause.
What's amazing, Tom, is every year after the banquet, there'll always be somebody come up and say, "Look, Tom, I got this friend that needs some help, and get in touch with me, and we'll make sure that happens to help cure the situation, whatever we can do to help."
Right.
And there's a lot of great organizations out there, so we multitude with a lot of them, and so it'll all work out.
Well, thanks for doing this, Tom, and thanks to all the people you have involved.
And I couldn't do it without Sharon. I mean, I don't know how she does it all, but we got a group of great volunteers that show up and do all they can to help.
Yeah.
And don't ask for anything in return. But we do give them a steak dinner. So.
Yeah. Okay, so if you don't have a ticket, come on out to the fairgrounds on Thursday. Everything starts at 5:30.
5:30. We'll start feeding at 5:30.
5:30.
And the Ross volunteers will be here again. And,
right.
And then the Gold Star mothers will be here as well.
Right.
So it's a great evening, great opportunity to meet some friends you hadn't seen in a while and support a good cause.
Right. Well, thank you again, Tom.
You bet,
Thanks
Tom.
for
Thank
everything.
You.
Yeah. And we'll be back next week. Thank you.